Welcome to Game Theorem, where we have serious discussions about absurd entertainment.
Strong Pokémon, weak Pokémon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Truly skilled trainers should try to win with their favorites. I like your style. You understand what's important. Go on. The champion is waiting. Karen of the Elite Four.
I'm Kira.
I'm Kyle. And today we're following up and we're going to be talking about Pokémon.
Yes, more Pokémon.
Yes, because we did that last time, but we got some more to talk about.
The events of the games.
So to recap, last time we talked about the history of the Pokemon world and the universe. We started all the way at Arceus to Mew to the mythical, legend, ancient, human, and techno eras. And we left it off right before the beginning of the events of the actual games.
Yes, we did.
Right. So as a recap, Arceus created the universe and everything else, and then other stuff happened in it. There's different regions.
That's a great recap.
Yeah, you like that? But there's regions. They all have their own little leagues, kind of like these little fiefdom challenge things, because people will capture and train Pokemon and battle with them. And it's kind of like almost a boxing kind of thing. It's a sport, but it's also for survival to be able to walk through without being attacked by wild Pokemon. And what else? Oh, there's evil teams involved. That will become relevant.
Yes.
And it's a multiverse. I forgot about that. There's not just one Pokemon universe. There's a whole bunch of alternate versions.
Yes, that's true.
So this episode, we're going to be focusing on, like, we illustrate all the different timelines in the last episode, so go check that one out from Arceus to Mewtwo. We're going to be focusing on the main series timelines and the Mega Evolution timelines. Each of these timelines can be represented by a different version of the game.
Yep.
So we'll be referencing that throughout. Not that which version of the game affects the story directly, but rather it tells you which universe you're in. And that's only going to matter in slight differences here and there. Like which character that we're talking about. There'll be like male and female variants. And then, or like which legendary Pokemon is part of the plot. That will change depending on the version.
Yeah.
A lot of the times these changes are extremely insignificant.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same. And then just gets switched out.
And then, sometimes there's extra versions that are better than any of the other ones, Emerald, and they have extra features that none of the other ones have. So
and they never get remade.
Yeah, unfortunately, they really should have remade Emerald.
Sigma Emerald.
Delta Emerald.
Delta Emerald? Okay.
But, so yeah, we're going to be talking about this in a chronological order. Oh, I should mention, when you break down the playable games of the Pokemon franchise, most people categorize them into generations. So, currently we're on Generation 7.
Yeah.
Generation 8 is around the corner.
Unfortunately.
Hey, come on. It could be good. I mean, I know the next games they're coming out with, the whole Pikachu and Eevee ones. Not excited about those. I'm waiting for the ones after that. I bought Sun and Moon last time. That was a huge mistake. I should have waited for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I'm not going to be fooled again. That's the thing with Pokemon games. Never buy the first ones that come out. There will always be another one. Actually, I guess there wasn't with X and Y. So that was the only exception. Every other time, there's always a better one coming down the line.
Yep.
It's like with technology. Never buy this one. Buy the last one. Like the best iPhone you could ever buy would be the one that's released right before Apple goes bankrupt. It will also be still worse than an Android. I'm kidding. Sorry. No, I hope I didn't trigger anyone. Anyway, Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay, so you got Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The one that everyone's most familiar with, the first one, that's Generation 1. And that's where we'll be starting our story today.
Yes.
All right.
So let's begin.
We're going to talk about which version certain events happen in. We'll try to keep that brief. All right?
All right.
So I'll go first, and you can just kind of copy my example, Kira. Is that okay?
Okay.
So we're starting with Generation 1. This occurs in the green, red, blue, fire red, and leaf green versions of the game. Red/Leaf started a Pokemon journey in Kanto to help the professor fill his Pokédex by choosing a starter Pokemon from the Professor Oak. While doing so, they would collect gym badges to prove their worth as a trainer. Collecting 8 allowed entrants to fight the strongest trainers in the region.
In yellow only, Red was late and all 3 starter Pokemon were taken, so he was given Pikachu instead.
In green, red, blue, yellow, fire red, leaf green, they traveled to Viridian City, but the Pokemon gym was closed, so they kept traveling and went to Pewter City.
In green, red, blue...
it's the same. You don't have to recap it if it's the same.
Only say it if it changes.
Yeah, so this is in the same, which is basically all of the Generation 1 games, which is green, red... Well, I wish I should have said that at the beginning. Generation 1 games, there's green, red, blue, yellow, fire red, leaf green.
Yes. They defeated Pewter City's gym leader, Brock, and continued to Mount Moon.
Red/Leaf fought some Team Rocket grunts, who were a gang in Kanto trying to steal Pokemon and artifacts, and obtained the fossil they were trying to steal in Mount Moon.
Red/Leaf continued to Cerulean City, where they defeated the gym leader, Misty.
They helped Pokemon researcher Bill, who gave them a ticket for the ferry in Vermilion City.
They reached Vermilion City, where they boarded the SS Anne and helped the captain before leaving the boat.
Again, you might notice these stories are kind of simple.
Yes.
I personally would definitely prefer the last episode. They defeated the Vermilion City gym leader, Lieutenant Surge.
They traveled through the rock tunnel and reached Lavender Town before traveling further and reaching Celadon City. Because, there's nothing to do in Lavender Town until you get the Silph Scope.
It's the Death City. It's the Cemetery City.
Yes.
And also the coolest city.
Okay.
Sorry. Opinions. Okay. Sorry. Right there?
Yes.
They defeated the Celadon City gym leader, Erica.
They discovered Team Rocket's operation of the Game Corner, which was used as their hideout and a front business in Celadon City, and defeated Giovanni, who escaped.
He was their leader.
Yes.
And yeah, they ran a casino. They traveled back to Lavender Town and defeated the members of Team Rocket in the Pokemon Radio Tower.
No, not
sorry, Pokemon Tower. It's the Cemetery Tower.
Yes.
My bad. Wrong tower.
They then traveled to Silph Company in Saffron City and defeated Team Rocket, who had taken over the company to get the prototype Master Ball, battling Giovanni again.
They defeated the Saffron City gym leader, Sabrina.
They then traveled to Fuchsia City and defeated the Fuchsia City gym leader, Koga.
Red/Leaf surfed to the Seafoam Islands, where they caught Articuno. Oh, that's one thing. We're going to be assuming that you actually completed the game and got the legendaries.
They reached Cinnabar Island and investigated the mansion where Mewtwo escaped.
Red/Leaf had a scientist revive a fossil Pokemon, which was Ammonite/Kabuto, and possibly Aerodactyl.
They defeated the Cinnabar Island gym leader, Blaine.
And Fire Red and Leaf Green only, Bill invited Red/Leaf to travel to the first 3 Sevii Islands.
Also, Red/Leaf captured Moltres on one island.
They then traveled to 2 Island, then 3 Island, before traveling back with Bill to Cinnabar Island.
Yeah, nothing interesting happened. Now
we're back in green, red, blue, yellow, fire red, leaf green.
Yes, Red/Leaf traveled to the power plant and caught Zapdos.
Red/Leaf traveled back to Viridian City and defeated his gym leader, Giovanni. Turned out to be the gym leader of the last gym. Also an evil boss.
Yes. They traveled and fought through Victory Road before arriving at the Indigo Plateau.
And green, red, blue, yellow only, Red caught Moltres in a cave on Victory Road.
In green, red, blue, yellow, fire red, and leaf green, Red/Leaf defeated the Elite Four, Laurelie, Bruno, Agatha, and Lance.
They then had to fight the champion, who was their rival, Blue, and won. We kind of glossed over the rival at the beginning, but this entire adventure, Red/Leaf had a rival that was competing with them the whole time to try to get there first.
And they were always ahead of them.
Exactly, and you find out they became the champion right before you did, and then you immediately take their title.
Yes, this is also like the only time in the games that this happens.
It was a pretty cool twist, to be honest.
Yes, it was.
And he always chooses a starter Pokemon that has a type advantage against you. Jerk. Smell you later. That was his catchphrase.
All right, Red/Leaf became champion of the Kanto region.
And Fire Red and Leaf Green only, Raikou/Entei/Suicune began roaming Kanto, and Red/Leaf tracked it down and caught it.
They were enlisted to help Celio, Bill's friend, with his Pokemon Network machine and traveled to one island.
Red/Leaf fought some Team Rocket grunts who were raiding the island for treasure and accidentally revealed one of the 2 passwords into the rocket warehouse in the Sevii Islands.
Red/Leaf traveled to 4 Island and teamed up with Lorelei to defeat some Team Rocket grunts. Lorelei.
Sorry.
Who were selling the Pokemon in the ice cave there and storing them at the rocket warehouse.
Red/Leaf then traveled to 6 Island where they found out the 2nd password from a scientist.
Red/Leaf went to 5 Island and defeated Team Rocket again as they left in search of Giovanni.
The Team Rocket was searching for Giovanni?
Yes.
Because they were sad that their leader had gone.
Yes.
Red/Leaf went to 7 Island and defeated the Trainer Tower.
Alright, and in Green, Red, Ruby, Yellow, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, they traveled to Cerulean Cave and caught Mewtwo.
Yep, Mewtwo was the hardest Pokemon to catch. That's the one you saved the Master Ball for.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, you would think we'd be doing Generation 2 next. You'd be wrong. We're doing Generation 3.
Okay.
Because the order is a little... It doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes 1, 3, 2, 4.
In the chronological order of events?
It's because of the way that they started doing the remakes of the games.
Oh, I see.
They remade 1 while making 3, and they remade 2 while making 4. So that's why the order is like that.
Okay.
So, in Generation 3, you have Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Mm-hmm. Those last 2 are the remakes.
Yes.
So those are the games that we're going to be talking about right now. Whose turn is it? Mine? I'll just go.
Yes,
all right.
It is.
So in all of them, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Brendan/May and their mother moved from Johto into Little Root Town in Hoenn, where their father, Norman, became the gym leader of Petalburg City.
They found Professor Birch was being attacked by a Poochyena. Birch let them pick a starter Pokemon that they used to save him and defeat the Poochyena.
Whatever. It's like pooch, like a dog, and hyena.
That's a name for a Pokemon.
Hey, don't judge the puppy. The little dark puppy.
There's a ton of different puppies. Oh, is this the one that becomes Houndoom?
No, you're thinking of Houndour.
Oh, okay.
That's a dumb name. Okay, so Brendan/May met Birch's daughter/son, May/Brendan, who would become their rival.
Oh, so the one you don't pick becomes your rival?
Exactly. So if you're Brendan, the rival's May. If you're May, your rival's Brendan.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay, Brendan/May told their father how they had become a Pokemon trainer, and a local boy named Wally became inspired. So Norman helped Wally catch a Ralt before encouraging Brendan/May to traverse Hoenn and collect badges.
They traveled to Rustboro City and defeated the gym leader Roxanne there.
What type was she?
Rock.
Oh, ha!
Each gym leader kind of specializes in a type.
Yeah. Team Magma/Aqua was an organization that hoped to expand land/sea throughout the region and the world in something called Project Azoth. To accomplish this, they stole something from the Devon Corporation and also kidnapped a Wingull.
It's a seagull Pokemon?
Yeah.
Brendan/May defeated the Magma/Aqua grunts and returned the stolen goods and Pokemon.
Devon Corporation CEO Mr. Stone asked Brendan/May to deliver a letter to his son, Seven Stone.
Steven?
Oh, yeah, Steven Stone.
They went to Dewford Town, delivered the letter, and received a Pokénav device in return. They defeated the gym leader Brawly while there.
They met the leader of Team Magma/Aqua, Maxis/Archie, in Slateport City.
Maxie/Archie.
Maxie/Archie, okay.
Brendan/May went to Maulville City and defeated the gym leader Watson there.
In Emerald only, they defeated the Trainer Hill north of Maulville City.
In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Lynette hosted the PC service in Hoenn. That's the service that people use to store their Pokemon in the virtual world.
Mm-hmm.
And she invited Brendan/May to her house. Bill was the one who did it previously. Lynette picked it up here.
Yeah, okay. On the way there through Meteor Falls, Team Magma / Aqua stole a valuable meteorite from Professor Cosmo to use in a volcanic machine in Mount Chimney. The rival organization, Team Aqua / Magma, arrived to stop them with help from Brendan / May.
Yes, so essentially, oh no, Magma is the bad guy. So Aqua's going to help us out. Or, Aqua's the bad guy, so Magma's going to help us out.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. After meeting Lynette, Brendan / May went to Laveridge Town and defeated the gym leader Flannery there.
Brendan / May obtained the Go Goggles that let them go through the sandstorm on Route 111.
And only Ruby Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they found the root and claw fossils, but they were only able to grab one.
In Emerald, they found the Mirage Tower, and within it were the root and claw fossils, but they were only able to grab one.
Now, in Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they went back to Heidelberg City and defeated their father, Norman, the gym leader.
You know, I think this is the only time ever in any of the Pokemon games where your character has both parents.
I think it is, actually.
Yeah.
And even then, he's still not around.
Yeah, he's just the gym leader. Okay, in just Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, when Brendan May / May was speaking with Steven, Latios approached them in need of help. They got on top of the Pokemon, which took them to Southern Island, where Latios resided.
And, Team Magma / Aqua was attempting to capture Latios / Latias, but Brendan / May and Steven rescued the Pokemon and defeated Team Magma / Aqua.
Grateful, Latios / Latias joined Brendan / May for battling and transport. Brendan / May also acquired a Mega Stone for it, and Steven gave them a Mega Bracelet to allow them to perform Mega Evolution. Latios / Latias flew them back to the Hoenn mainland.
Like you'll see, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, those are not in the Mega Evolution timelines. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, those ones are. So that's why they're the only ones that get the Mega Evolution stuff. Mm-hmm. Okay, now back in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, the Weather Institute created Cast Form, the 9th artificial Pokemon. It was able to detect weather. Team Magma / Aqua tried to steal it, but Brendan / May stopped them and was gifted the Cast Form to keep safe.
That's funny.
Why?
Oh, I'm just going to give this amazingly valuable artificial Pokemon to a kid to keep safe.
Maybe.
No.
Whatever. Let's go.
Steven gave Brendan / May the Devon Scope, which they used to reveal Kecleon blocking their pathway in Fortree City, where they fought the gym leader Winona.
In Emerald only, Brendan / May participated in the Safari Zone.
What? There wasn't a Safari Zone in the others?
No,
just in Emerald?
Just in that one.
Wow. Not even in...
No.
What the... God.
I'm telling you, Emerald's the best.
Yeah. In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Brendan / May battled their rival, May / Brendan, again in Lily Cove City. Defeated, their rival decided to go back to Little Root Town. Really?
They kind of give up.
Really?
Yes.
God, that's bad.
And only Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Brendan / May climbed Mount Pyre to find Team Magma / Aqua had stolen the blue / red orb for their agenda. An elderly couple that had been watching over the artifacts gave Brendan / May the orb's counterparts, the red / blue orb.
In Emerald only, Brendan / May climbed Mount Pyre to find Team Aqua had stolen the red orb, and Team Magma had stolen the blue orb. They did find the Magma emblem, which was a key to Team Magma's base in Mount Chimney.
Brendan / May stormed Team Magma's base in Mount Chimney, and Maxie used the blue orb to awaken Groudon, who then escaped the volcano.
Of course she used the blue orb. Like, that's so unexpected. You would think it would be the other way around.
No. They get power from their orb. Groudon likes the red orb. Kyogre likes the blue orb. But you awaken them by agitating them with the other orb.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it now. All right, in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire. Okay, Captain Stern from Slateport City discovered the ancient seafloor cavern, and so Team Magma/Aqua commandeered his submarine.
And just Ruby Sapphire, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Brendan/May went to the secret base of Team Magma/Aqua in Lily Cove City. They defeated the admins there and found a stolen Master Ball.
In Emerald only, Brendan/May went to the secret base of Team Aqua in Lily Cove City. They defeated the admins there and found a stolen Master Ball.
So basically, in most of the games, either Aqua or Magma has a base in Lily Cove City, right? Mm-hmm. But in Emerald, you actually have to fight both of them. And only Aqua has a base there. And Magma's base is in Mount Chimney.
Okay, cool.
That's, again, why Emerald's the best. I know I'm biased, but I don't care. In Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Brendan/May surfed the ocean to go to Moss Deep City, where they defeated the gym leaders, Tate and Liza there.
Okay, in Emerald only, Brendan/May teamed up with Steven to stop Maxie and Team Magma from stealing the meteorites from Space Center in Moss Deep City in his backup plan to erupt the Mount Chimney volcano using the meteorites.
In Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Brendan/May dove into the seafloor cavern and found Team Magma/Aqua there, along with a slumbering Groudon/Kyogre.
They're both in the seafloor cavern?
In everything except Emerald.
Wow. Okay. In Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire only, after they defeated Team Magma/Aqua, Maxis/Archie used the blue/red orb to awaken Groudon/Kyogre, who then emerged from the cavern.
So they awakened it. Mm-hmm. In Emerald only, just like how Maxie had awoken Groudon when Brendan/May defeated Team Aqua, Archie used the red orb to awaken Kyogre, who then emerged from the cavern.
In Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire only, Brendan/May and Maxie/Archie went back to the surface as well to find that the weather was terribly desolate/torrential. The leader of the rival organization, Archie/Maxie, scolded Maxie/Archie for thinking they could control the ancient weather Pokemon.
Oh my goodness, it's so terribly hot/wet. It's so dry/cold.
So it becomes a desert outside if it's Groudon?
It becomes desert-like or torrential-like, essentially. Like, there's still an ocean, but it's extremely hot, and you can see steam coming off. Or it becomes extremely violent and wet and stormy.
Okay.
Depending on which one you awoke.
Yep.
In Emerald only, Brendan/May and Archie went back to the surface as well to find that the weather was terribly desolate and torrential. The leader of the rival organization, Maxie, scolded Archie for trying to control the ancient weather Pokemon, as he had known that mistake firsthand already.
So wait, how's it both desolate and torrential at the same time?
Well, the sun's beating down, but it's also raining.
Oh, okay.
And I think it kind of alternates a bit.
That's weird. Okay.
And just Ruby Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Steven advised... Wait, is it your turn? Yeah, it's your turn. What am I doing?
Yeah. Steven advised Brendan/May to stop Groudon/Kyogre, which has gone to the Cave of Origin in Sutopolis City. Brendan/May were allowed to enter with the red/blue orb they possessed.
In Emerald only, Steven advised Brendan/May to stop Groudon and Kyogre, who were battling in Sutopolis City.
Oh, so they're both awakened and both battling.
And just Emerald.
Okay. In Ruby and Sapphire, Brendan/May captured Groudon/Kyogre, returning the weather to normal.
And just Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Steven and Wallace of Sutopolis City gave Brendan/May the Magma/Aqua suit so they could enter the Cave of Origin safely. Once inside, they witnessed Groudon/Kyogre revert into its primal form. They captured it and returned the weather to normal.
In Emerald only, once there, Steven told them to talk to Wallace, who came up with the idea to find Rayquaza at the Sky Pillar to save Hoenn the potentially world-ending battle.
From that battle.
Yeah, from the potentially world-ending battle.
In Emerald only, oh wait, it's still in Emerald only.
Yeah.
Brendan/May went to the Sky Pillar and awakened Rayquaza, who flew off to stop the raging battle. Brendan/May followed Rayquaza back to Sootopolis City and witnessed Rayquaza intimidating Groudon and Kyogre until they calmed down and fled in separate directions. Rayquaza then returned to the Sky Pillar and the weather calmed.
Maxie and Archie decided to return to Mount Pyra to return the orbs they had stolen.
So that entire sequence only happened in Emerald.
Yeah.
And Ruby, Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they defeated the gym leader Wallace while they were there.
In Emerald only, they defeated Juan, who had become the gym leader of Sootopolis City ever since Wallace left.
And Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald only, when Brendan/May were going through Mauville City, Watson asked them to shut down the generator in New Mauville, which was an underground city that had been abandoned due to a Pokémon infestation. They explored it and shut off the generator before it went out of control.
Alright, in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, while surfing, Brendan/May encountered the mythical Mirage Island only once, which was full of nothing but wild Wynut?
Yes, why not? The baby form of Wobbuffet.
Okay.
That island is so hard to get to. Like, there's a random number generator and you only have like a 1 out of 99999 chance of getting it.
That's really weird.
Although the more you trade, the more you can increase your chances. They traveled and fought through Victory Road before arriving at Evergrande City. They had to battle Wally, who had become an impressive trainer.
Brendan/May defeated the Elite Four, Sydney, Phoebe, Glacia, and Drake.
In just Ruby Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they then had to fight the champion, who was their friend, Steven.
In Emerald only, they then had to fight the champion, who was their friend Wallace, who had recently taken the title from Steven.
What?
That's funny.
Yeah. It's almost like Emerald took place a little bit later. In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, Brendan/May became the champion of the Hoenn region.
In just Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, after returning home, Brendan/May saw on the news that Latios/Latias began roaming Hoenn.
Because in the original games, it didn't just approach you and say, I want to join. You had to actually go find it.
Yes.
And just Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, after returning home, Brendan/May was challenged by their rival, May/Brendan, one final time. But ultimately, Brendan/May won.
Crush their dreams.
They already gave up and you just ruined it for them.
Yep. In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, their father, Norman, also gave them an SS ticket.
Honestly, some people kind of ship Brendan and May.
Really?
Yeah, because no matter what, it's always, whichever one you're playing as, they have that dialogue and interaction.
Oh, okay.
And they actually kind of built upon it in the remake, so there's a lot more dialogue between the two.
Oh, cool.
And only Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Professor Birch gave Brendan/May a starter Pokemon from Johto.
Okay.
As a reward.
Scientists at the Space Center detected a meteoroid was going to impact Hoenn shortly, and they panicked. Zinnia was a Draconoid girl who had infiltrated Team Magma/Aqua. She'd hoped to stop this meteoroid with Groudon/Kyogre, but now she realized she needed the help of Rayquaza. What?
Yep.
So there's an alien that was part of Team Magma/Aqua?
No. The Draconids are a people. They're a culture.
Oh, okay.
She's not like a dragon.
I thought I didn't think she was a dragon. I thought she was an alien.
No. Meanwhile, Brendan/May, Steven, Professor Cosmo, and the Devon Corporation began a plan of their own to stop the meteoroid.
All right. They plan to use the energy of Mega Evolution to create a wormhole to take the meteoroid somewhere else. However, Zinnia warned them that the reason the meteoroid had showed up in the first place was because another universe had already made the same terrible decision. She claimed they should not repeat it and shouldn't send the meteoroid to be someone else's problem, especially if it ended up in a universe without Mega Evolution energy to redirect it.
Yeah, so this meteor had been traveling through universes because every time it was about to hit a world, they used Mega Evolution to redirect it. Now, there are timelines here that don't have Mega Evolution, like Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
And
so
those just get destroyed.
Yeah, so Zinnia was worried, if you do this, make it someone else's problem, those timelines can't do anything about it.
Because they don't have the Mega Evolution power.
Exactly.
All right, Zinnia systematically
took every Mega Evolution keystone in Hoenn, even defeating Maxie/Archie and their remaining followers to take theirs, aside, of course, from the keystone that Brendan/May possessed.
Steven told Brendan/May to talk to Wallace about unlocking Sky Pillar and summoning Rayquaza. Wallace and Brendan/May arrived at Sky Pillar, and Brendan/May began climbing it.
Brendan/May witnessed Zinnia summoning Rayquaza. Brendan/May offered their meteorite to Rayquaza, prompting it to Mega Evolve into Mega Rayquaza after they caught it.
Brendan/May donned the Magma/Aqua suit as they rode Mega Rayquaza into space to destroy the meteoroid. Upon destroying it, they found that the alien Deoxys had been living inside of it. They battled and caught Deoxys, saving Hoenn.
Yay.
This is the Delta episode.
Yes, and it's cool and all. I would have preferred this and the unique emerald stuff. Mm-hmm. This is the one good thing that the remakes added, I think.
Yeah.
Aside from just, functional stuff.
I think it's hilarious that some kid ends up going into space with, one of the most powerful Pokemon that ever existed.
When you think
riding them and them fighting an alien.
When you think about it in the Pokemon world, when you become 10 years old, that's when you start your journey. You're legally an adult.
Yeah.
There's this one funny Pokemon animation you can find online where the trainer's going out and is like, "Dad, I'm 10. That means I'm an adult." And his father goes, "Legally, that's true, but you're under my roof, mister."
That's funny.
They found Professor Birch was being attacked by another Poochyena. Birch let them pick a starter Pokemon from Unova that they used to save him and defeat the Poochyena.
What?
This game has more starters than any other.
Wow.
Also depending on the version, but still.
Okay. In Ruby and Sapphire, the SS ticket took them to the battle tower where they could continue battling.
In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the SS ticket took them to the Battle Resort, where they could participate in the Battle Mason. Which was like the battle tower.
In Emerald only, they went to the Desert Underpass where they found the other fossil that they hadn't been able to get from so long ago.
In Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they went to Steven's house, but Steven had left his home. They found a note where Steven said goodbye, and he left a young Beldum for them to have, which is like the computer Pokemon.
Aww. Brendan/May found the sealed chamber when exploring the ocean. They solved the ciphers and glyphs, which told them to bring forth a Relicanth and a Wailord, thus unlocking the chambers to the sealed Regirock, Regice, and Registeel.
Yeah, so remember they were sealed long ago, right? Mm-hmm. So you just unlock the seals.
Yeah.
Brendan/May caught Regirock in the desert ruins, Regice in the island cave, and Registeel in the ancient tomb.
Okay, in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire only, Brendan/May returned to the island cave with the 3 legendary titans they had caught. Regigigas appeared before them, and they caught it.
In Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald only, they caught Latios/Latios after tracking it down.
In Emerald only, Brendan/May returned to the Weather Institute and were told by the meteorologists that they detected abnormal weather patterns from Groudon and Kyogre burrowing beneath Hoenn.
Yeah, so basically in all the games, you've already captured either Groudon or Kyogre, except in Emerald, where you actually had to go after Rayquaza, right? Mm-hmm. And so now Groudon and Kyogre, you can still get both of them, but you have to go back later and get them.
I see.
So they set out to capture Groudon and Kyogre. After tracking them down, they caught Groudon in Terra Cave and Kyogre in Marine Cave. And these caves were cool because the caves kept moving with them. Basically, they were just burrowing through the ground, and the area they were in were called the Terra and Marine Caves.
Oh, okay. In only Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, they went to the abandoned ship at sea called Sea Mauville. While exploring it, they found a valuable scanner that they delivered to Captain Stern, who in return gave them a clear/tidal bell and told them the legends of Johto. Really? The clear/tidal bells again?
They really just give you, I think, way too many free legendary and mythical Pokemon in the games these days. Mm-hmm. Because these ones will come up later when they're supposed to actually be relevant in the story. But hey, free legendaries. They brought the clear/tidal bell back to the top/bottom of Sea Mauville, and Ho-Oh/Lugia appeared before them. They caught it.
Oh, wow. So can you get, does it depend on which version you have?
Yes.
And then can you get the other one or no?
No, just one.
Okay. They explored the Scorched Slab and caught a Heatran there.
Again, this is only in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Mm-hmm.
They explored the Crescent Isle and caught a Cresselia there.
Oh, cool. Brendan/May would soar the skies while riding Latios/Latias, and occasionally they found legendary Pokemon soaring through the atmosphere as well?
Yes. As they soared with Ho/Lugia, they found the trackless forest, where they discovered Raikou/Entei/Suicune and caught it.
Does only one of them appear?
Yes.
Oh.
That's what the slashes mean.
That's... You can't catch the other ones?
Not in Hoenn, no.
Okay. As they soared with their happy Pokemon, they found the Nameless Cavern, where they discovered Mesprit/Uxie/Azelf and caught it.
As they soared through trained Pokemon, they found the Pathless Plain, where they discovered Cobalion/Terrakion/Virizion and caught it.
As they soared with their max-leveled Pokemon, they found the Fabled Cave, where they discovered Reshiram/Zekrom and caught it.
They traded with an alternate universe in which Zekrom/Reshiram had been captured at the Fabled Cave instead.
As they soared with both Reshiram and Zekrom, they found the Gnarled Den, where they discovered Kyurem and caught it.
Okay, so now in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald only, they caught Rayquaza after awakening on the Sky Pillar. Because in those games, you had to go back and do that last, or later on.
In Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire only, Brendan/May beat the Elite Four and Steven for a second time, and as a reward, Professor Birch gave them a starter Pokemon from Sinnoh.
You can get like half of the starter Pokemon in this game. Okay, so now we're on to the cool stuff. In Emerald only, the SS took them to the recently constructed Battle Frontier, where they could master battling. The Battle Frontier had 6 facilities led by the 6 Frontier Brains. Battle tents were throughout Hoenn for trainers to practice for the Battle Frontier.
They competed in the Battle Tower, where they fought traditional versus battles. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Salam Maiden Annabelle and won.
They competed in the Battle Factory, where they battled with rental Pokemon. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the factory head Noland and won.
They competed in the Battle Dome, where they competed in bracket tournaments. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Dome Ace Tucker and won.
They competed in the Battle Pike, where each room was a lottery battle. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Pike Queen Lucy and won.
They competed in the Battle Arena, where points were awarded for performance. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Arena Tycoon Greta and won.
They competed in the Battle Palace, where Pokemon battled without commands. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Palace Maven Spencer and won.
They competed in the Battle Pyramid, where they had to plow through dungeons. After defeating many opponents, they challenged the Pyramid King Brandon and won.
In Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald only, Brendan/May was able to get an Eon ticket, which took them to Southern Island and Hoenn, where they caught Latias/Latios. That was a special thing back in the remakes. You got that a lot earlier.
Okay. In Emerald only, once Brendan/May caught every Pokemon in Hoenn, Professor Birch gave them a starter Pokemon from Johto.
It used to be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Which I like, to be honest. In Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Emerald only, Red/Leaf/Brendan/May was able to get a Mystic ticket, which took them to Naval Rock and the Sevii Islands, where they caught Ho-Oh and Lugia.
In Fire Red, Leaf Green, Emerald, Red/Leaf/Brendan/May was able to get an Aurora ticket, which took them to Birth Island in the Sevii Islands, where they caught Deoxys.
They had that whole puzzle where you had to push the Deoxys stone around before it would awaken. In Emerald only, Brendan/May found an old map that they used to traverse the ocean until they arrived at the faraway island in no known region, where they found and caught the elusive Mew.
Awesome.
That's like the one time we'll mention Mew. Okay, any thoughts about that?
Honestly, I really want to play Emerald.
I think it's a cool game.
Yeah, although I kind of want to play all of these in the 3rd gen.
I wish they were all just one game instead of all the slashes.
I know, it's so annoying.
I mean, this franchise has been going for a long time, so maybe eventually they'll remake a whole gen as just a single game and combine all the content.
That would be awesome, but you know they're never going to do that.
I mean, maybe one day Nintendo will stop being Nintendo. All right, I guess we have time to go into the next one.
Do you want to? I don't think we'll have time to finish it.
We'll go as far as we can. Unless you want to make any comments about the Battle Frontier.
I think the Battle Frontier was the coolest freaking thing that they did and never did again.
I know.
Like, that was the best.
Why did they not have that in the remake?
Exactly. Why? Why
I know,
not?
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. They should have had that too.
That would have been so awesome. Like, seriously.
All right, so the next one, we have a little interim thing. Before we do the next generation, we have to talk about the game Pokemon Colosseum.
Yes.
And that's going to bridge the gap here. All right, so this game was a bit different.
Yeah, it was.
Wes, formerly a member of Team Snag'em, stole equipment from the HQ of Team Snag'em in the region of Aura and went to Phoenix City after blowing the HQ up.
Yes, and this is the opening scene of the game.
Yes.
He escapes and blows the whole thing up. Having arrived in Phoenix City, Wes saw a kidnapping of a girl and prevented it, saving Rui.
Is that her name?
Yes.
I never knew what her official name was. Because you can name her just like you can name your own character. Rui warned Wes about the strange Pokemon the men who kidnapped her were using.
Wes and Rui went to talk to the mayor about these strange Pokemon who have a darkness around them and attacked humans.
The mayor told them he would look into it and sent them to the stadium in Phoenix City.
At the stadium, some Snag'em members recognized Wes and he defeated them.
Wes and Rui went to purchase some Pokeballs at the outskirts stand, only to return to Phoenix City and find it taken over by the Cypher group. I thought they were called Team Cypher.
No. They weren't called Team Cypher.
What were they called? The Cypher group?
I
Cypher?
thought they were a corporate. Yeah, they're just called Cypher.
Okay.
Yeah. Wes and Rui tried to save the mayor, but were confronted by Cypher admin Mir B and his goons Truly and Folly.
He was kind of funny.
Yeah.
He was really into disco.
Yeah.
And just didn't even care what anyone thought about it.
Yes.
Wes defeated Folly, then Trudley, and snagged Shadow Makuhita from Trudley and eventually purified it. So this game has shadow Pokemon, which are like corrupted. They know shadow moves. They're not afraid to attack humans. They're pretty awesome and scary.
Yes, and by the way, every time we mention Wes snagging a shadow Pokemon, just assume that he eventually purified it.
Yeah, he literally has the snagging machine, which allows him to steal Pokemon, but he does it for good. Because these shadow Pokemon are stolen, so he's like stealing them back. He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah, and he's purifying them so that they aren't shadow Pokemon.
So they can get their personalities back.
Yes. And he does it to every shadow Pokemon in the game, so yeah.
You know, assuming you complete the game.
Yes. Wes and Rui then attempted to escape Phoenix City, but had to defeat Verde/Rosso/Bluno. You defeat one of them and the rest of them run off, so you have to pick one.
So Wes snagged Shadow Bayleaf/Quilava/Croconaw from Verde/Rosso/Bluno and eventually purified it.
You don't have to keep saying that.
I'll say it.
Okay, fine. Wes and Rui went to Pyrite Town, where Wes defeated many trainers.
Wes snagged Shadow Mistrovis from Viker Vant and eventually purified it.
Wes snagged Shadow Quagsire from Banana Guy Devil and eventually purified it.
And, okay, let's just say he also did with Shadow Slugma from Roller Boy Lawn, Shadow Noctowl from Rider Nover, Shadow Flaffy from Saint Performer Diogo, Shadow Skiploom from Rider Liba, and yeah, purified all of those.
Wes saw a thug hanging around Pyrite Town and got his name, Kale, from another thug before defeating him.
Wes snagged Shadow Furret from Rogue Kale and eventually purified it.
The Pyrite Coliseum lost power, but Wes and Rui found a gear and got the power back.
Wes defeated the Pyrite Coliseum.
Wes and Rui then went towards the Cypher hideout and are confronted by Cypher Peon.
Wes snagged the Shadow Yanma from Cypher Peon Nor and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui discovered this hideout is where thugs are being given shadow Pokemon for winning battles.
They also discovered that a man named Duking and his Plusle had, a man named Duking had his Plusle stolen by Mirror B.
Wes and Rui made their way through the Cypher hideout until they are confronted by one of Mirror B's goons, Wreath.
Wes snagged Shadow Remoraid from Wreath and eventually purified it.
Wes is then confronted by Wreath's sister, Firma.
Wes snagged Shadow Mantine from Firma and eventually purified it, as well as Shadow Quillfish from Hunter Doken and eventually purified it.
And Wes and Rui went into Pyrite Cave.
Wes snagged Shadow Meditite from Rider Twan, Shadow Dunsparce from Rider Sosh, Shadow Swablu from Hunter Zello, and purified them eventually.
And then Wes and Rui are confronted by Mirror B himself.
For the record, his entire team is Ludicolo, and they dance like because Ludicolo. I get they have that whole kind of Latin aspect to them, which I'm not going to really talk about, but because I guess that possibly could be problematic. I'm not informed enough to know.
I don't know,
but they do dance a lot, and so they dance to the music that he plays, and it's like disco music.
Yep.
But he has a Shadow Sudowoodo that Wes snags and purifies.
And then Wes saved Plusle and is gifted the Plusle by Duking.
Wes and Rui travel to is it Agate Village or Agate?
I think it's a gate.
I always said Agate as a child. A gate village where Rui's grandfather lives.
Wes and Rui told her grandparents about Shadow Pokemon and then went to a gate cave.
Wes was confronted by several Cypher Peons.
Wes snagged Shadow Hitmontop from Cypher Peon Scrub and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui were alerted that Cypher attacked Mount Battle.
They traveled to Mount Battle and Wes registered.
Wes defeated the first 9 Mount Battle matches, and was then confronted by the final battle against Cypher Admin Dakim.
Wes snagged Shadow Entei from Dakim and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui went back to Pyrite Town and gained access to the Under, which was an area under the Cypher hideout and where Cypher Admin Venus was.
Wes and Rui made their way through the Under and were confronted by Cypher Peons.
Wes snagged Shadow Ladian from Cypher Peon Cloak and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui made it to where Venus was and confronted her.
Wes snagged Shadow Suicune from Venus and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui chased Venus through the Under.
Wes snagged Shadow Gligar from Hunter Freena, Shadow Stantler from Chaser Lyax, Shadow Piloswine from Bodybuilder Alonia, Shadow Sneasel from Rider Nalis, and they purified all of them.
Wes and Rui went to the Shadow Pokemon Lab where Cypher Admin Ian was, as he was the one who created the Snag'em machine and Shadow Pokemon.
Created both of them, huh?
Yes. He's the one who actually gave Team Snag'em the machine.
Right. So these teams are in an alliance.
Yes.
Unlike Magma and Aqua, which are always bickering.
Mm-hmm.
So Wes was confronted by several researchers and Cypher Peons. Wes snagged Shadow Apon from Cypher Peon Coal, Shadow Murkrow from Cypher Peon Lair, Shadow Fortress from Cypher Peon Vina, Shadow Aradiados from Cypher Peon Lesser, Shadow Gramble from Cypher Peon Taney, and Shadow Vibrava from Cypher Peon Ramil.
Okay, Wes and Rui made their way to Ian and confronted him.
Wes snagged Shadow Raikou from Aeon and eventually purified it.
Wes and Rui traveled to Realgam Tower, which had been taken over by Cypher.
Wes snagged Shadow Sunflora from Cypher Peon Bela and Shadow Delibird from Cypher Peon Arton and eventually purified them.
And then Wes was confronted by the Cypher admins Venus, Ian, Mirby, and Dakim again, but defeated them.
Wes and Rui continued through Realgam Tower.
Yeah, there's several stages of this tower.
Yes.
Wes snagged Shadow Heracross from Cypher Peon Diage, and then Wes was confronted by the boss of Snag'em, Gonzap.
I forgot about him.
Yes.
Wes snagged Shadow Skarmory from the Snag'em head Gonzap and eventually purified it.
And then Wes and Rui continued through the third area of Realgam Tower.
Wes snagged Shadow Miltank from Bodybuilder Jomis, Shadow Absol from Rider Dellen, Shadow Houndoom from Cypher Peon Nella, and Shadow Tropius from Cypher Peon Ston and eventually purified them.
Wes and Rui finally confronted Cypher Nascor, who had been giving the Cypher admins their orders.
Wes snagged Shadow Metagross from Nascor and eventually purified it.
It is revealed that the mayor of Fennec City was the actual Cypher head and was also in disguise, as his true identity was Super Clown Evis. Evice.
So yeah, the mayor was the bad guy all along. Mm-hmm. Government officials!
Nascor was just a figurehead.
Exactly. Wes snagged Shadow Tyranitar and eventually purified it.
And Evis attempted to escape but was stopped by Ho-Oh.
Yeah, the Tyranitar was his, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wes and Rui went back to the Snag'em hideout when someone told them that they still had Shadow Pokemon there.
Yes, Wes snagged Shadow Bailey / Crocodile from Verde / Russo / Bluna and eventually purified it.
You get the other two.
Yeah.
Wes and Rui traveled to the Shadow Pokemon.
Oh, actually, you only get one of the other two there.
Oh, I see. When Wes and Rui travel to the Shadow Pokemon after being told about more Shadow Pokemon there.
And then Wes snagged Shadow Bailey / Kalava / Crocodile from Verde / Rorsho / Bluna and eventually purified.
And that's where you get the third one.
Yeah, that's where you get the last one.
Wes and Rui travel back to the Snag'em hideout.
Wes snagged Shadow Smeargle from Team Snag'em Biden and eventually purified it.
Wes snagged Shadow Ursaring from Team Snag'em Grev and eventually purified it.
And then Wes and Rui traveled to the Deep Coliseum, where Wes defeated all 4 Cypher admins again, as well as the fabled Deep King Agnol.
So basically, after the corporation had been taken down, the admins had went to reside in the Under, right? Mm-hmm. And where this Deep Coliseum was, and they participated in it, kind of like the black market kind of situation.
Yeah, they were kind of like the Elite Four of this Coliseum.
Except it was illegitimate.
Yes, and then the Deep King Agnol was like the champion.
Exactly. But illegitimate.
Yes.
But then again, the legitimate one was also the head of an evil corporation, so...
Yeah.
Wes snagged Shadow Shuckle from Deep King Agnol and eventually purified it.
And that was the last Shadow Pokemon.
What kind of...
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't the last one.
No, yeah, that was the second to last. But what kind of champion uses a Shuckle?
I don't think he had any special strategy with it either. It was just...
He liked Shuckle.
Yeah. All right, Wes was told a trainer looking exactly like him was seen with Shadow Pokemon in the outskirts sands.
Wes snagged Shadow Togetic from Cypher Peon Fane, who was the master of disguise and looked exactly like Wes. Eventually, it was purified.
Mm-hmm. After having purified all known Shadow Pokemon, Ho-Oh approached Wes and joined him. Wes was also fortunate enough to acquire Celebi, Jirachi, and Pikachu.
Later, Wes also found a few more Shadow Pokemon by unknown means, snagged Shadow Togepi, Mareep, and Scizor, and eventually purified them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story of Colosseum.
Yep.
So, we got 3 sections done today. Next, we'll start with Gen 2. Talk about maybe Gen 4 and XD, and then go through all the other generations.
Yep.
We won't be talking about any of the side games like Ranger and whatnot because they're not directly compatible with these stories. We're not doing the spin-off games. The only reason we're doing Colosseum and XD is because you can directly trade Pokemon from those games with the main series.
Yes.
So it's really in line with the story. Mm-hmm. And I get we're almost done. We probably should stop here.
Yeah, I don't want to start another section and not be able to finish it.
I'm sorry if it seems a little nitpicky. It's just with all these different versions, it really complicates things.
Yes, it does.
And the story is a lot of like, let's go here, do that, go here, do that. But we want to talk about the Pokemon story. It doesn't have to be good for us to talk about it. Well, a little good. We have some standards.
Yeah.
But again, I always thought the backstory of Pokemon with like the ancient and creation trio and whatnot, I thought that was a lot more interesting.
Yeah, than the actual games. I mean, the games are fun and some of them are better than others, but...
I mean, at least we can follow up on them. Mm-hmm. The thing is with the different versions, I think what you want to keep in mind is like for example, Groudon and Kyogre, right?
Yeah.
In some versions of it, in the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, all that, right now, all of the Generation 3 games, after they had their cataclysm in the ancient past, 3,000 years ago or whatever, they went to slumber, right? In Hoenn, right? But you'll find out that in any other games where Groudon and Kyogre appear, like later on, they're going to appear in Johto, in just a few of those games. You can interpret that as like, in those universes, in those alternate timelines, they instead went to reside in Johto instead of Hoenn.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And therefore, if you're playing those games, theoretically, if you went to Hoenn, there would be no Groudon and Kyogre there. Although there are some legendary Pokemon like the birds where it's like, okay, there are going to be multiple of those.
Yeah.
Even Groudon and Kyogre, I don't think it's necessary that there's only one of each, but the way that they're so important, it seems like there probably is only one of each.
Yeah.
Usually the more important the Pokemon are, the fewer there are of them. Mm-hmm. Any other questions or thoughts? Please, if you got any questions, Kira, let me know. That goes for you as well, listeners.
But I just... Why, Game Freak? Why would you deny us another Battle Frontier? Why?
It was cool. Like, you could battle in really interesting ways.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, and it makes me want to play it because that sounds freaking awesome. And I just like, well, I guess I won't play it.
But you didn't get to battle Deoxys.
Well, you still get him.
Only if you get the Birth Island ticket. I forget which one that was.
Oh, well, whatever. It's still a possibility. Like, it's not like he's completely absent from the game. I still think Emerald was the best one. Even better than the remakes.
I think so, even if it graphically doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I agree.
Because graphics aren't... I mean, no one plays Nintendo games for graphics.
No one does.
I mean, they're a nice benefit, but even then, like, the best Pokemon graphics out right now are in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And that should tell you something. Because the 3DS is really lacking. Maybe when the Switch ones come out... Actually, from all the trailers, the new Pokemon Switch games with Eevee and Pikachu, those ones look like they're going to be graphically superior. But still, I am going to hold off. Wait till the reviews come out. Wait till the next games come out. You know, I've purchased too early in the past, and I won't make that mistake again.
I don't think they're going to do anything regarding making a new version of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I think they're just going to go straight to an actual main series game after that.
Well, okay, so there's no point in buying Red or Blue when you could play Yellow, right? Mm-hmm. You could argue Yellow versus Fire Red Leaf Green, the remakes. Mm-hmm. There's no point buying Gold or Silver when you could buy Crystal. You could, however, argue between that and the remakes, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Mm-hmm. There's no reason to play Ruby and Sapphire when you could play Emerald. You could, however, argue between Emerald and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Mm-hmm. There's no point in buying Diamond and Pearl when you could buy Platinum. Mm-hmm. There's no point in playing... Well, I guess there is a point in playing Black or White when you could get Black 2 and White 2 because they're kind of a sequel if you want to know the whole story.
Yeah.
X and Y, there's no other option. Get one of them. Mm-hmm. And then what's next? Oh, there's no point in buying Sun or Moon when you can get Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon.
Yes.
So that's kind of that whole thing.
I guess, yeah, but I really don't think they're going to do Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You know, I don't think they're going to do that.
Let's Go Squirtle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they are. I think they're just going to move on and do an actual main series game on the Switch.
And well, we're just kind of speculating at this point, which is not really something I'm interested in.
All right.
We'll just wait and see what it is. And like that's why I think always wait and see. Don't rush into things. That's how corporations get your money.
Yes.
Make an informed decision at your own pace. Mm-hmm. Crap, Nintendo's going to hate me for saying that. Nintendo, if you give me a job, I will tell everyone to buy your crap. Your good crap. Your nice crap. Pretty crap. It's basically chocolate.
Wow.
Sorry. That's a gross joke. I'm sorry about that, listener. I'm sorry you had to hear that. All right. We have social media throughout the regions of Hoenn, Aura, and Kanto.
Yes.
And I'm Kyle.
I'm Kira.
Bye.
Bye.